Oh.
Okay. Do you
So
have
if you're
a character in any digital format to share? The papers that were given to you.
I have digital from Jim.
for 10-page
Okay.
character sheet.
Where did you send that to me on Skype? Where did you send it?
I think that was sent to you on Facebook like forever ago.
I remember crying when I saw how many pages.
Forever ago. In a galaxy far, far away.
Continue. Let's see. Continue.
You said you were having a problem downloading Discord onto a Apple computer?
Device?
Yes. According to my Apple computer, Discord does not exist for it.
Weird. I mean, I use Discord on the Windows, but that's just, I don't bother using the app.
I mean, I use the app on my phone. Like, that is the most common way that I talk to people nowadays is Discord.
I'm still a Discord noob.
I mean, so am
Oh,
I,
I just
but
posted directions
So yeah,
up in the general
if
chat.
I was you, I would spend my experience on skills because it looks like you have a slew of career skills, but you only have one rank in every skill you have a rank in.
okay. So I have my character sheet of complicatedness.
Uh-huh.
I can share it in Discord, right?
I'm sure
I'll
you
share your
could.
screen. Oh,
Oh, you want me to share my screen?
oh, and you. If you know how to share the file, I don't use Discord, so I don't know how you share files in Discord. So if you share the file, that works as well.
Teach us, Megan One Kenobi. You're our only hope.
Mhm. Which I forget what you're the pilot, right?
Yes. And I
Well,
guess
that might be one of them to put at least some points into your space piloting.
Because you only
I
have
guess if you
piloting
guys
space one rank.
Yeah.
so okay,
It's,
so how do I update it in Roll20? Is there an edit button or
Nope. So you just go ahead and bring your character sheet up in Roll20.
yes?
And through the power of, I'm already peeking at your character sheet, you should be on the right tab already, which is your skills tab. And when you look down at your character sheet, you'll see a whole bunch of blue check marks. Those are your career skills, because you have a couple different careers going on in your life. Because, that's the way you
I
roll.
do.
And you'll
Yes.
notice you've got yellow dice and green dice. Whenever you put a rank in a skill, it turns the green dice yellow. If, like, say, looking at your perception, you only have 2 dice, if you were to put a third rank, it would create a green dice for the third rank. So to increase your skills, it's 5 experience times the new rank number that you would have. So if you take a 1 to 2, it's going to be 10 points for career skill. If you take a non-career skill, that's the ones that don't have the blue check mark, it's 5 times the new rank plus 5, because it's harder to learn things that aren't in your careers. So, like, say if you wanted to take 1 rank of medicine, it would be 10 points for 1 rank, 15 points for a second rank.
Okay. Okay.
So, like,
Okay.
I see you've got mechanics with 1 rank, you've got piloting space with 1 rank. You may want to crank that one up. That would be me personally. As the pilot, I would crank up at least a rank 2 in there. So, rank 2 would cost you 10 points, rank 3 would cost 15. So, there would be 25 points spent right there. If you go up to rank 3.
So I just spent 25. Oh, well, I did one on each of them actually.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like I need to be able to do both.
If you went 2 ranks, Oh, you're moving tabs on me, so I couldn't see. So which skills did you just rank up?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, I'm keeping track of what I'm doing.
Okay, so you put one rank into your
So
planetary and one rank into your space. That's going to be 20 points total.
20
'Cause
points
it's 10,
total.
20 points total. 10 for each one, basically.
Okay. So let me go.
Adjust the tally.
Yes. Actually, I think I went backwards on this one. No, I didn't.
It would be nice if it did.
Okay.
You know, if it
So
automatically
I
put
still have.
total.
Okay, if those two were connected at all.
Yeah, it
Okay.
would be nice.
Okay, so my piloting. What about for my secret squirrel stuff?
Your secret squirrel stuff.
That's still. Yes.
For those, you'd want to look on the powers to see what enhancements you can add, because you buy more powers by experience cost.
Looking at combat skills, though, I mean, I don't. Is that not
Okay.
on skills? Is that on a different?
So it depends on which secret
That's
stuff
force
you're
powers.
talking about. Like force powers is going to be on. They have a talent page for force powers.
Where the hell is that on this?
It should be on it.
Want to share your screen so we can see?
Yes. Let's see. Let's see. Where is
It would probably be on like sheet 4, 5, and 6, I think.
my screen?
Be down towards the bottom left, like second one over. Little boxes.
Good. Here. All right. Can you guys see?
Maybe.
Yes.
I'm in this. Okay, cool. So this is where I'm at.
Okay.
And where are you telling me I need to be looking?
So click on
I got
combat.
character.
There we go.
Now scroll down.
All right. Balance and special abilities.
Yeah, that's what we want to see, is talents and special abilities. There you go.
Force
So you
powers.
have some force powers. You can increase those powers by buying extra stuff.
Like you have an upgrade there. Check the little box on the one above, bottom left corner, under enhance.
This one right here, the one I clicked that made everything disappear.
No, under enhance, the little box that says new upgrades or view upgrades.
So if you go up a couple lines, right above,
Enhance, bottom left
or
corner of enhance, the window.
Enhance, bottom left. When I clicked.
Yep, go
view
straight down, bottom
upgrades.
left corner of that whole window there for enhance. Yep, there you go. Okay, so you have no modifiers there or upgrades.
Oh, okay. So this empty screen is okay. Where it's supposed
This
to
is
be.
where you
Okay.
would
There's
add
no
the
more
modifier.
words,
Right, you would add the like you did for the other one. You would have the upgrade listed there. But now I don't know if you have the sheet showing the options for those or not.
So what
Oh
they're
my God,
saying
I
is
don't know.
the PDF that I sent you way back in the day. Do you have it? Because I no longer have that computer that sent it to you, so I know I do not have it.
I do. I have reference sheets, EOT, and then talent trees. Just
We
the
want
talent
it,
tree.
if it's colored, it'll be green. The boxes and stuff will be in like green.
There you go. I think
This
Meg
is
just
blue
shared it
and
in
red.
the chat. Okay, yeah, she just shared her character sheet in chat. So what you're wanting to look
I
at
did.
is pages 7, 8, and 9, and 10 of the PDF you just shared. So you have the base level powers, and in Discord, I just shared the file that's got the force powers that tell you what the upgrades do. So if you want to purchase those, it has the cost listed in the list. You'll see a little number in the bottom right-hand corner telling you how much experience it costs to upgrade stuff. So like I see you have the move power as the basic level, which lets you move something really tiny really close to you. If you wanted to increase the range, you could for 5 more experience. It looks like that's the only increase you got is 1 rank in range.
Oh my gosh. No, I like reading, but why? Why?
Or you could just take all that experience and use it to increase all your skills a rank or two.
Or just blindly?
It's not blindly. I mean, what do you want to be able to do? Obviously, the career ones are focused toward stuff your character does, but
I would like. Oh my god. I'd like to be able to. I don't know. Try is what I'd like to do. Okay. I so enhance base power. What is that? No, that's okay. So coordination,
So
right?
enhance
I don't.
basically
So the
makes you
base power.
faster, better, stronger.
Yes, let's make me better. Let's rebuild me.
So if you look at the PDF I sent you, enhance is on page 7.
Okay, I made it to imbue, influence. Oh, I went past it because I'm on page 10.
So you
I'm
have
feeling
the
really
very
dumb.
basic power. No, it's okay. So you have the basic power of enhance, which is the force user can perform an athletic feat beyond the original scope of their natural abilities. When making an athletics check, the force user may roll enhance power check as part of the pool and can use light or dark sides to gain success or advantage. User's choice. So are you looking at page 7 for enhance?
Um,
On the PDF that I posted.
so- yes, I am.
Okay.
yeah.
So under the base level, you've got that base power at level 10, that 10 experience cost. So from there, you can opt for a rank of control, another rank of control. Each of those are 5 experience each, or that third rank of control. And each control does a slightly different thing. The first one lets you use it with the coordination skill, so you become more agile. The second one is resilience, so you basically become tougher using the force. And the third one means you can take a force leap action and you can make a power check and use the dark side or light side to jump horizontally to any location within short range. That's that one when you see all the Jedi doing the flips and landing a short distance
Yeah.
away.
hmm Okay.
So you can purchase
So
any or all of those three, and if you purchase those, you then have options that are connected by the gray line below them.
okay, so I could do control, enhance, coordination, and then tie it to the piloting immediately below.
Yep. If you got 10
Yep,
XP. Yep.
I have
just remember
55.
that first
I'm
one
just
below is
saying.
planetary, then the next one is space, which totally means you're doing like Anakin and using the force to increase your piloting abilities. It's
So
totally a great thing to do in a pinch.
that's kind of what I'm thinking. So if I were to do that entire line, that's 15,
Yep.
and then the thing below it is another 10. So I could spend 25.
Yep. Yeah, the
Okay.
control at the
How do
very
I?
bottom lets you commit your force dice, and you have an upgrade to your agility, which is basically an extra dice.
Okay. I'd like to do that, please, for 500.
Okay, so what you're going to want to do on your character sheet on the talents page is you're going to want to go to enhance.
Hold on. I don't know how to get out of the PDF.
Okay, if you just alt tab, it should take you back to roll 20.
Mm,
So do you see your character sheet in roll 20?
no, because there is no alt. I think it's command.
Oh, it's an Apple computer, isn't it?
An apple. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you missed me explaining how my computer that is a normal computer died with its charger inside of it. Or broke with the charger
No,
inside of it.
that sucks.
Yes. Okay. So how about if I just go? Okay, if I just close you. Oh! I downloaded the PDF. Okay. I am big on the dumb right now. I am sorry, guys.
Which,
Okay.
if
No, you're
Back.
not.
if you downloaded the PDF, that'll actually be good because then you should be able to copy and paste the wording instead of typing the wording in
Yep,
on to Roll20.
that was going to be my suggestion to
Mm,
make life easier for you.
mm.
So for upgrades on the enhanced power, when you get back into roll 20, it looks like you already clicked the little checkbox that opened the drop down, and you would just put in what upgrades you've got on your character sheet.
Each of the little
Boxes.
hats, there's like
Do you know what I can do?
What's that?
Can you- I can use Discord on my phone and not accidentally hang up on everyone.
I mean, that's a choice.
Oy vey. It was ridiculous because I didn't just hang up on you guys. I closed up everything.
nice. Yep.
Oh,
Ugh. I am not feeling smart right now.
Apple sucks. That's just me.
Okay, the whole point of my stupid iPhone is so that I don't have to learn new technology. But apparently, when you have an iComputer, there's technology you have to learn.
Theoretically, it works similar, but I don't know. I don't operate. I've Apple computers, so
Okay, so we decided, okay, when you guys were looking at my shite, you guys told me to go to, I was,
under
so
combat
you're on the right
tab.
page. So if you scroll down to force powers where you have enhanced, you'll see underneath it where that blue check mark is, it has upgrade. And that's where you
Yes.
would post the new powers that you've got. So each one goes in each line. And if you've got the PDF downloaded, you can copy paste, which makes life a lot easier.
Yeah. Copy and paste the words over to the side there.
I don't know
Copy
what
paste is
world
king.
you guys live in where copy paste is something you can do from PDFs.
You'd be able to.
I mean, I had to pay for that version of Magic for my Adobe at work.
No, you
Oh
don't
my
need
God.
Pro to copy and paste from a Adobe document. All you need is Adobe Acrobat, which is free.
Actually, the PDF I sent her is not a copy paste document. I just noticed.
Oh, yeah.
As I
See how
was
you are?
trying to do it to show you, and apparently that document is not copy pastable. It's strictly just a photo PDF.
Oh my goodness. So
I'm pretty sure they did that so it wouldn't be a
Yeah, let me
copyright
just.
infringement.
oh my god. I got this. Okay. So what the heck a deck? And then the groovy music is playing again because why not?
I mean, do you want me to turn
Well,
the
the
music
thing is,
off? I can totally turn it off if you like.
I mean, usually I like it, but right now I am feeling all out of sorts.
Well,
A
then we
bit.
can pause
Okay.
it. See how easy that is.
I'm not, I tried to do it earlier and it wouldn't let me. Okay. So I have to type everything myself. And so I type control and then enhance can be used with coordination skill.
Uh-huh.
Is that correct?
That is 100%
That's what I
correct.
had to do?
Yep.
Oops. Control. And then that goes in the description.
Yep.
That's rank 1, right? Or is it rank 2?
Control rank 1. Yep. And you can put the 5 XP cost if you want, or you can just ignore it.
Or download the document I just hosted.
Oh, did you send one that was copy pastable?
Yeah.
I gave up on Discord on my computer because it hates me and I'm typing on my computer, so oh my god. Okay. Okay, so I know what I have to do now, and I feel like we should play and I should deal with my upgrading this when I
While
don't have an
playing?
audience.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I mean, plus you can do it while I'm doing the talkie stuff, so, you know.
I mean, I don't know that my attention span will let me, but I now have the ideas of what I need to do. So we're good.
Okay, that's the important part.
Yes. I've learned things. Thank you very much. All of you.
Yep. And under general, I sent you directions on how to download the actual Discord app on the Apple. Basically, if you go to the link at the bottom, that'll take you to the page with the downloads for everything. Down towards the bottom, you'll see the
Ooh.
Mac or Apple download. Uh, clicker.
I will definitely do that while we're on the phone. Because stop it, Toby.
And apparently the Toby dog is being a Toby dog.
I haven't locked them up tonight, but Toby's trying to tell me that he's done being a good boy and wants to go to your bedroom.
Aww. Toby's always a good boy.
Dude,
So,
he bit my face recently.
Oh, damn. Okay, maybe
you
not
guys
the
are
best one.
shooting the ship while I'm out.
We what?
I see you guys got a recent crit on the ship since I played like Why are you breaking
Oh, yeah.
stuff?
That's right. Somebody did ding
break
up the ship.
anything. What? Lies.
Not around. I'm not around, and people are banging up my ship. What the heck?
You know what? You were banging Timothy Olympian, so screw you.
Yes, I have to repair it.
I don't even remember how that happened, but I remember we had a Timothy Olympian, and you weren't here, so you guys were on a date.
So which crit did they have? Oh, yeah, that it suffered one system strain.
Yeah, nothing major, but that's all right. That's
Just
an
a
easy
little
fix.
shakedown.
Oh wait, no! That dude totally was obsessed with fixing the ship. There should be nothing wrong with the ship anymore.
That's true. You guys did spend like 3 days in that asteroid field getting the ship fixed, so you can totally heal that crit.
You
Obviously,
spent money to somebody else to repair the ship? Wow.
No. What I did is I
he
spent
spent
charisma
schmooze.
points so that the guy wanted to do it for free.
Wow.
A heads-up display
Head on
pops up.
over to.
What was that?
I said it. Head on over to the depot.
You guys landed at the depot. There's lumber there. There's tree oil for transport. There's tons and tons of crates. There's farm equipment. There's backhoes. And clearly on your little display, your little box, so there's basically painted box corners on the land you have to land on. You bring it on in, nice and smooth, Captain. Or are you doing anything crazy?
I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm landing. I'm gonna land.
I figured I had to ask just in case. I didn't want to listen. So you guys bring the ship down, make a beautiful smooth landing. The cargo bay, I'm assuming you're opening, coming on out.
Probably park in the middle of cargo to leave. Yeah.
Okay. So as you start to open the cargo bay, you see this Rhodian green hard hat coming with two of his subordinates. One of them, Troy, the other, human's got a big electronic data pad check box. No RPDO, and checking off boxes. As you point to different crates, different on the ship. As you recognize what is immediately recognized Abby on the way and steps forward to shake each of your hands. He totally does that whole navigation and he gets everybody's name wrong. Except for Aurora.
Canada. You know who Vernon was on the ship? Good Lord.
He's like, it's good to meet y'all. Here is my assistant. Dog is going to point out which crate you need to load it for you guys. There's nothing perishable. All of the majority of the seats here are preserved. Ship stable. And here is the coordinate. However, I'm no astrogator myself, but it's basically what's in the system. You may want to have your astrogation specialist give him a double check just in case. And he gives you a data stick with blurry instructions. And says, when we all get to that rim and land on turn 3, just send a message, share on frequency to whatever. She's my counterpart over on turn 3, and she'll be giving you the payment and accepting the delivery. Just be aware she may spend a day or two go through all your equipment just to make sure nothing's left off notice. Is there anything I can do for you all?
Well, you got your order right, then we should be all good to go.
And we say that immediately. This is the print flash sheet checklist, and wave it out to whoever wants to accept the manifest.
Your boss.
Dang it, I thought you guys on you. I took it, and I think your name is Dawn. Is that for you?
And she's like, my name is Dawn. I'm a chief manifest director. I will manifest you a happy harvest. And she'll be the company tagline. Obviously, she's been hearing that
That's cute. That is so cute. I hope they pay you every time you say that phrase.
and horribly just at that, saying, I hope not, because you picked company. If there's anything else you need of me, if not, I'll go ahead and get back to work. And he does this like slow turn, giving you a chance to stop him if you needed to. And if not, he's
Anything
gonna
weird
walk
we
off.
need? I'm going to stop him and be like, is there anything interesting or weird we should know about our drop-off location that maybe isn't written on the plans.
And he just takes a little thoughtful finger there and seems to pause for a brief second. Such a brief second. And while he's thinking of that brief second, I am plugging in the charging cord because the laptop is asking for power. And
Well,
while he ponders that, as my screen just darkened and the please plug in power pop up just came on. Uh-huh. As he says that, do me a favor and give me a vigilance check, somebody.
Let's see.
And
Vigilant.
also, go ahead and roll your light side, dark side, because it looks like we didn't do that yet.
oh yeah.
Roll destiny, right?
Yep. I mean, in case you want to use one, I figured I'd put it out there.
Or we give them all to you.
Let's see.
I have 2 yellows, 2 greens, a boost, and remove a black.
What are
So-
we looking at? You wanted us to look at
Vigilance.
vigilance.
Mm-hmm.
I have
After
one
you roll
yellow
your
and one
destiny
green.
point.
I already rolled my destiny points.
It's 3 dark side.
Wait, did it not
That's
show
some-
up that I rolled?
No.
I see my roll on the dark side.
Everyone's
I made the
hoping that
little
you'll
bloopy
be.
bloop.
I'm only seeing
Yeah, you
the
don't want
two
me doing the
guys.
vigilance.
There we go. Now I see it. It's
I-
4
There
dark
we go.
side. I love it.
I blooped again. The first time it blooped at me, it just didn't show up for you guys.
Yeah, yeah, you don't want me rolling
Slowly.
vigilance. I only got 1 yellow.
I have
Okay.
one yellow,
can
one
roll.
green.
I can roll. Is the pool set?
The pool is set. Wow.
2
As
successes, 2 advantages.
with your 2 successes and a whole bunch of light and dark side, beautifully in balance on this planet of fast growth and wildlife, you totally know he's concealing something. And what would you like for those 2 advantages?
Um,
You totally notice that Dawn is also making a slight wince when she said that, as he's like just tapping his chin, going, something you need to know, something not on the manifest. And she kind of purses her
Dude.
lips at him.
Dude, dice on my 4th power roll to use influence to make him believe that he wants to tell us everything he knows. Otherwise, bad things will happen to him.
Ooh. Okay, so as you do that, what does it look like when you use your influence to do that?
Uh, so I forgot his name.
Hawk.
Hawk. Hawk.
It's Hork.
We're about
Sorry,
Hork.
Hork, not Hawk.
Hork. Hork. We're about to take your property somewhere else, and if there's anything you know, you'd better tell us. Otherwise, it's not going to end well for you. And then they'll do a discipline check against his discipline, or
Yeah,
do a
all over.
discipline versus discipline. Okay, let me find that screen. Discipline.
As the rodent makes this weird motion with his mouth, as obviously he has a weak mind compared to yours.
So he'll believe that statement to be true for the next 15 minutes.
As he's just like, yes, I should. I feel remiss for not mentioning this to you earlier, but There are a few things that I'm sure I expected a captain of your caliber to research the destination, but I do need to let you know that Tarnus 3 has a few unusual situations in regards to the fact that it has some mild gravitational anomalies. Apparently,
Minor details.
pilots often will get stuck in the little gravitational pockets and have to plot zigzag courses once they're entering the gravity well of the planet. I think they
Oh,
called them Lagrange points.
that's it.
Is there anything else we need to know?
I would. Can you look? I want to look at Dawn when you ask that.
And sorry, what was the question?
Oh, Dawn, is there anything else that we should know?
Ooh, Dawn totally looks at her manifest, then looks up at you and says, "Sir, shouldn't we take care of crate number 8? I show on my copy of the manifest, and you guys can totally look at your copy of the manifest and see nothing fancy on crate 8. That it does have that faulty stasis units that may in fact cause the cargo to go bad in transport." And he kind of looks looks down at her and then looks up at you guys and does this slightly feigned ignorance and says, "What? What? You're absolutely right. That needs to be fixed. I was under the assumption that it was fixed ages ago." And the way he says it, his Rhodian voice pitches really high, telling you that he is not telling you the truth.
I'd be happy to take a look at it for you. I'm sure I could fix it.
Ooh, that would speed things up and require him not to have his people do it. Go ahead, and now that it has been mentioned, give me a mechanics check.
Sure.
Look at that,
Yeah.
it brought balance to the force.
Yeah.
Use another dark side.
All right. Let me know when you're ready.
It's all ready.
All right.
Oh, damn. So with
How
your
about that?
2 success, as you pull off a trifecta, success, triumph, and advantage trio, with the 2 success, you notice that, yeah, the cargo unit's got a little bit of damage to it. And the stasis generator would probably go out if there was any like banging or gravitational flux or anything like that, and would probably, when it flutters the stasis field, would probably destroy the cargo.
Just look intentional by
It
chance?
looks
Or
like the cargo container was damaged in transport. You totally see like paint scrapings on the damaged area. So it looks like some previous hauler, either in unloading or loading, damaged the cargo. But with that amazing roll, depending on how you would like to spend your 3 advantages or your big damn triumph, could be fixed.
well, we'll definitely fix it. I mean, if it needs parts, I'll look around the area of his stuff to fix it. Be like, just kind of grab something and be like, oh, this should work fine.
You totally see
And
over
whatever the
there
part I need is there.
the part you need is magically there sitting on a pile of crates being repaired, also wearing
Yep.
similar paint scuffs. You think they bounced
Yeah.
around somebody's ship. And quicker than anything, you see Zakua go over there and pull out the parts, get his elbows dirty and roll up his sleeves, and quick part pull and fix, and immediately the stasis field is working again, humming better than ever. And he's just like,
Ooh.
"Oh, you obviously have very, very competent people on your team. Is Hork's like, it would have taken a few hours for us to free up another cargo container to have done that repair that swap out. But not only that, you repaired it with almost no parts or assistance needed.
Exactly. That's why she keeps me around.
That's why my crew's.
And you
Thanks,
guys
John,
totally
so much for your help.
you totally see Hork give him a Rodian expression that basically is a pure look of admiration. Rodians recognize that the little antenna droop, as he's in awe of your hunting prowess, as it would have been said back in the old days for the Rhodians.
Yeah, yeah.
As you guys get pretty much set up for the disembarking, he calls over, because of his embarrassment, a few loading droids to help load you guys up rather than make you load it yourself, because he really does feel kind of embarrassed, especially since he blatantly got caught in his shenanigans.
Well, we would have been blamed for the damages, so.
Right?
And totally gives you guys a small float of little herbs and spices and a teeny tiny planters to add to your ship's cuisines as a little apology. It's like a little basil
Aww.
plant, a little rosemary plant, and a little mint plant.
Oh, we'll try really hard not to kill these. I don't know, which one of us cooks? Did any of us cook? Have we eaten
Most,
it all since we've gotten on the ship? Or do we
most of you
only
guys
eat
eat the
sand?
paste. You eat the paste that comes out of the dispenser. Today we eat red.
You're red.
Today is a
On the
red
special days,
paste
you get
day.
flavor.
Yeah, the ship has 30 months of consumables, so.
It's
That
just
doesn't
like
mean we know
in
how to do anything with it.
Well,
it, it's
I
it's
mean,
like in
you know.
Firefly where they have the tubes of protein paste.
They also have the mystery cans.
You can be all
So before
super
we go,
secret.
before we leave, so we don't run into any other surprises. Does anybody want to do research on the planet that we're going to?
He did assume that we would have done it already, so yeah. Do we want to like borrow Dawn's like little pad thing and look it up on their records, or do we just want to look up on Inner Space Wikipedia?
Wikipedia.
That is what the HoloNet's for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Space Wikipedia.
So do a knowledge outer rim check.
Do a
Okay,
what? A locker room check?
Yeah, knowledge outer rim should be a skill check.
Oh,
Is
that
it
makes a lot more
that,
sense.
or would it be computers, or.
it would be a outer rim knowledge check, unless you want
I,
to trust the
either
scat
one, I have a
scouring the HoloNet.
green, or yellow and 3 green in outer rim, or a green and, or a yellow and 3 green in computers, either one, so.
I have 2 greens for
If
outer
anybody has
rim.
that or not.
Um, yeah, no, I am 1 green, 1 yellow for computers.
I have nothing for either. So
No. All right.
And
So
the
what do you
dice
want
pool
there,
is all
Jim?
ready. So I'll take either or. Just tell me before you roll, because I have to make a change.
Computers.
You're gonna go with
Go with what's
computers?
out there instead of my memory.
Computers
I
is gonna be a
mean,
little more difficult.
I would say
Basically,
we're Wikipediaing the information, right?
That's fine. Well, I mean, if I go out of RAM, that would be my recollection.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
and it would
so
be
I'll do that.
one black dice less. So you're gonna do outer rim?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. And
So
I
3
upgraded.
purple and a black dice and an upgrade.
Ready?
Yep.
Boom! Look
Wow.
at that.
So first off,
Nice.
you do
One
recall
each.
this is about a 10-year-old colony. So it is definitely very young. It was terraformed, you know, just like, 9 years ago. So the ecosystem is still pulling itself together. And from what you recall with that success is it is a rather poor colony where they were trying to get totally, shall we say, sucker guests to show up and supply the colony with a workforce. Last time you heard. What would you like
Okay.
for that triumph and advantage?
Ah. Um. Would you take? What's the control in the region?
Currently, with that triumph, I will tell you it is currently unclaimed by either the Republic or the Sith Empire, since we are in Old
Okay.
Republic era. So no
Yeah.
one actually claims control of it. Technically, it's a CorpSec planet that's been sponsored, but CorpSec has zero control out in the Outer Rim, so they have zero authority really there. It's if things digressed far enough, it would basically be another independent starving colony planet. So the
I like
people that
part of
say
those
they're in
words.
charge are in charge because they say they're in charge.
All right. That's good to
And
know.
Independent good, starving
as
no.
as part of that triumph, I will give you that from the rumors you heard, because you've never, of course, been there, but you obviously heard a lot of rumors about the place,
Yeah.
that most of the indentured workers, because that's what CorpSec calls those, are really hard up, and it is not the best place in the galaxy. But it is right off some main trade routes, so that's in its favor. That's
Okay.
totally a plus, right?
Yeah.
So the side mission is to get paid, but still also somehow save an entire planet from slavery.
It's not slavery. They owe the company toll, and they're working off their debt for being set up on at the colony.
And yeah, and what's the average turnaround for debt payment?
Sure.
It's the usual corporate 14 years. Basically you're given a homestead and you're allowed to work the homestead on your off time and you work for the company the rest of the time. Whether
And how
it's
long are the work days?
uh, for that advantage, I'll tell you it is a nice, comfortable 9-hour workday. It's half of the daily planet's solar rotations. So they probably
Well,
have
it's
two
it's
9-hour
in
shifts.
it's indentured servitude. That's not a big deal. They made choices.
It
They
means
made
they have
choices.
it means they have employee benefits and rights, as opposed to like in the hut worlds where slavery is so obviously a horrible thing. These people signed a contract to be given, 10 acres and all the equipment it needs to work those 10 acres and corporate ran water that truly that can't go bad, right?
Right.
So as you guys are getting the ship loaded up, I'm going to quickly say let's take a quick 5-minute break so the GM can go to the restroom and get some beverage.
What? What? All right.
Acting like you're a person.
No, no, no. So if you guys get back before me, feel free to start doing your plotting. I'll be right back.
Right.
Okay.
I come back to a really weird noise. You take it I'm the only one back so far. So is everybody back?
I'm here.
Okay, I think everyone but
Yep, I've been
me.
here the entire time. I just have been
Oh,
muted. I'm
okay.
playing my little kingdom game, kingdom game, and I decided
Oh,
that it'd be fun for me if I like turned one of the floors in my silly house that totally doesn't match any other aspect of the game. I'm trying to make it look like a prison cell. So I'm using these like banister things, like the decorative columns. I have a whole bunch of them, and I'm trying to make them look like bars.
and for
This
that,
game calls like you get to like decide to like you're either king or you're trying to be a king or a queen, and you have all these lovers because why wouldn't you? And they're called concubines. So I'm totally going to have a concubine prison
Nice.
because I think I'm funny.
you are
Why?
absolutely adorable.
Right. I mean, they're the ones calling them a concubine, so why not build a room that has a whole bunch of columns and make it look like they're in a prison? I have sparse furniture and everything. Like they definitely, it is a prison of my own design. Ba-bump-cha.
And you will go into your concubine cave and be concubine.
Actually, it's a fun little. It's supposed to be how I relax and play, but I accidentally became like an alliance leader. I was and when we had to do like an entire server merge, so now I'm like the mom of the server.
Oh my
And
gosh.
there's and there oh, I
It's
had
work.
just yes, it is. It is very much work. And I spent an hour tonight chastising someone old enough to be my parent on how to be a nice team, how to be a team player, and how not to be a selfish jerk. And the end of the conversation was, "Well, I just completely disagree with you, and I don't think we can just agree to disagree." Like I'm going to curl up in a little ball. Just no, thank you.
Okay, so with
Hi,
that
vey.
knowledge roll, you do
I think we lost
agree.
Jim. I think Jim
Yes.
needing a drink ended up being he fell asleep somewhere.
I asked if we're here, but he's not talking.
You
Oh,
can't hear
that
me?
was him that was asking? I thought that sounded like David to me. No, you are David.
Yeah, no, he's typing in the
Yeah,
channel.
Jim. Yeah, Jim typed it. He's
So
saying
can
you
you
can't
guys
hear
hear
us.
me?
Oh my
No,
gosh.
we can't hear you.
That's good to know.
Where did he type? Can you hear? In the game?
Yeah, in the roll 20 where the dice results are.
Can you hear me now?
What?
Okay, can you hear me now?
We can.
Yes.
Concepts.
I mean, you were about to say no, so now it's concerned. It was funny because while you were talking, you were answering the things I was saying as I was saying them. So apparently, Discord turned off my headset. So even though I could see in OBS I was talking, apparently Discord could not see it.
Funny.
So
Discord
with that,
had the mute the other sounds on, but you were the other sound.
for some reason, it actually turned off my headphones I'm wearing and turned on ones across the room. So that was going to help.
That's awesome.
So with that knowledge roll, you did confirm, by the way, the wonky gravitational fields around this colony. You've heard
Okay.
rumors about those.
No problem. I'm sure we can navigate them. No problem.
There's
I
something
totally
like
leveled that up. I just haven't saved it yet, so you're gonna have to help me with that, Jim.
there's something like 22 different gravitational points around the moons around here, and they're constantly moving around the larger gas giants that the moon circles. So totally shouldn't be a problem. You've totally heard it's a pain in the ass.
Over exaggerated.
I don't
One or
think
the
it
other.
exists.
No, I'm sure they're there. Just over exaggerated.
It doesn't sound real to me.
Well, I don't fly the ship and I don't plot the courses, so it's not my problem.
Wow. Wow.
It's
See
your
how you
problem if
just
we blow up.
run away from that whole process there. But we need your moral support.
It's all about the
Yes,
moral
yes.
support.
Well,
All right. So what do we gotta do? Plot the course.
Oh, sorry, I was saying I'm on my old laptop and it's like low on hard drive space. I'm trying to figure out what's using it all. So, but
Oh my.
yep.
so
I
you
mean,
should.
low is still like only has 20 gigs left, but so okay. So who's on the
Look at
course?
Seaborn.
So who's gonna do the astrogation?
I'm sure that's me because what the hell?
And
Okay,
you've got a
'cause
blue dice
I'm the
because they're giving
smart
you the
guy.
coordinates.
You are we ready?
Your pool is ready.
All right.
Hey,
Boom.
you have what you believe is a great course. And in fact, we all know metagame is a great course. So you guys jump in the ship and take off? Are there any last minute things you guys want to do?
Just make sure that the cargo's all secure and everything looks like it's functioning accordingly.
Okay.
Do I want to kidnap Dawn
Get that done. Why?
Add to her
for
concubines.
giggles?
So if you're checking the cargo hold, someone give me a perception check to make sure everything is shipshape.
Gee. I have a yellow and a green.
Perception. 1 yellow, 2 green, and I remove black.
You're remove a black better than I am.
Okay. It's set.
Yep. That's totally why you're the cargo manifest guy, because you're just like, I kick all the crates. As you obviously kick the crate and take 2 strain for kicking the crate, but everything is absolutely secure. You've got, 6 farm droids there that look like multi-limbed, upside-down octopus picker droids. You've got your 16 crates. You've got a few pieces of, earth-moving equipment there. Everything seems A-OK locked down.
Listen, buddy. Aren't you anti-droids? Do you need to do your pocket their little computer chips like you did last time?
Oh, yeah. If we have restraining bolts, I'd love to slap restraining bolts on whatever droids are in here to make sure that they behave and stay powered off when uh, during our travels.
I mean, did anyone buy any restraining bolts?
I
Uh,
don't have any restraining bolts. No.
I know we bought some last time, but I don't remember how many. But if not, I'll just check to make sure that they're off. And
I will say you have enough to do half of the droids, even though they are
okay,
powered off, by the way.
I would still rather be safe. So okay, I'll put them on the biggest ones.
You go over, pow pow, puts it on, and they completely do not react because they are powered down and inert right now. I mean, they're absolutely shiny and new. They look like they haven't even done their startup sequence yet.
Well, that's bad testing, but whatever. It's not good quality control.
Yeah. Yeah. I ignore that and uh, think occupied my droid because he probably might not like that. He's a smarter droid anyway, so he doesn't need those kind of things.
You don't want him to witness someone getting a restraining bolt on him,
Yeah, but he's smarter and better than any other droid, so really probably didn't care too much.
Or he's terrified that when you fall asleep, you're gonna wake up to him being restrained.
I don't think so.
And
He
then
keeps the ship in shape.
and then after we take off, I will go and meditate and use my 4C power to take a look at the possibilities that may be.
And what is the difficulty for that? Or is it just straight force?
Just straight force. So I have the upgrade. So let me roll. Oops, let me find the right window. So I just roll my force dice.
You won,
Uh,
unless you want to brace the dark side.
I will take 3 strain to add another light side point from my staff. So I will. Uh, so it reads: spend a destiny point to gain a vague hint of events to come, up to a day in the future, or up to a day into his own personal future. And then I'll use the extra one I added for a strength to pick out one additional detail of the vision.
Okay. As you see this montage vision as you're sitting there meditating and your face starts grimacing as you see these flashes of a dozen different futures that could be. As you see in this montage, the ship pops out of hyperspace. It has a few bumps and bangs trying to get to the planets. There's one version where, sorry, where you guys tear bits and pieces of the ship up in the gravitational waves. There's others that you choose a good course and you go straight through there, having Aurora trust her instincts. As you land on the planets, you totally see who you know is the contact, as this human woman who has, either way, whether the ship takes damage or not, meets you at the location where you're disembarking and giving the cargo. And she basically gives you a claim ticket. And in every possible future you see, she delays your payment and disembarking. In one possible future, she basically says, "Come back tomorrow," and she keeps saying that for a week while you guys are all hanging out at a cantina, basically waiting for your paycheck to show up. In another one, she has a job that she wishes to discuss with Aurora. And they have this secret confab in the darkness that you barely hear anything, but you see the two of them through a window when you walk by. And it shows the three of you guys chasing someone in the dark through these groves of orchard trees. And then the ship flying off back into space. And then in the third vision, you see a mysterious dark form of a figure cloaked in literally a cloak in shadows on board the ship. And putting a small explosive device and clicking a button with a countdown timer, all of the Predator, and then runs outside of the ship. And as you guys take off, the ship explodes just before it hits the atmosphere.
Okay.
I'm guessing that last feature happens if we try to save the planet from slavery.
All right. Well, I'll share some. I'll share my the more prevalent visions with the team, and
And is
we
there
can
any
make it
particular
that as what we will.
is there any particular extra detail you want for that extra detail power?
Uh, for the for the person who is trying to stiff us, if it shows any extra details of why they're trying to stiff us or who they work with.
You choose that over how not to explode.
Don't free the slaves and they won't explode.
As as you totally see a little cameo moment as your contact is in her office, and you see she had, as Aurora left her office, she's going over some some forms and things, and she hides one of the forms. And when she does hide it, you notice that the form lists casualty reports. And on the casualty report, it says sabotage. And then, she dismisses Aurora from the office, and you see one of her foremen come up, and he, the slight hint that we notice as you're there is he says we need some off-worlders to look into this. As you get a sense of her motivation for keeping you off-worlders on planet.
Something tells me this is going to be a 2-part episode.
You think? So much for the milk run, huh?
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I knew we're done for.
And of course, at this time, when you break the meditation, you realize that the rest of the crew's got the ship in hyperspace, and it's been traveling for a while you're commuting with the Force, or whatever from your point of view you consider it.
It's the Force. It's always debating on because I don't know this timeline very well. I didn't play the Old Republic game, so I didn't know if like a vague thought that I had was like my first character was supposed to be a prodigy, but then was with the Jedi. But then the Jedi at some point was kind of realized that he'd have to kill people, and he didn't like that, so he left the Order, and then he kind of went on his own, and he's kind of hiding from the Jedi.
Okay. Yeah, in this era, there was totally the whole Revan went to go fight Mandalorians and went dark, and then the Empire showed up, and all kinds of Jedi fell to that because when you have the Sith Empire, you're killing a lot of people as a good guy. So there
I
are
know
lots
nothing
of
about simple pilot trying to live a peaceful life.
from a certain point of view.
Right?
Well, I'll go that I left the Jedi Order to avoid the conflict.
Aww.
But
For
so far, I
passive
haven't killed
histories,
anybody. I haven't,
that's
except for droids. I don't kill people. So,
Your logic droids aren't people, right?
in my logic, droids are not people. Yep.
they are
Everyone.
items.
Yep. On my on my Saturday game, uh, with the group I was playing with, I had a droid, and people kept referring it to as a he, as a he, and like, wait, no, you can't get attached to it.
You can't form attachments to it.
Yep.
Jedis always go for the lease, not the buy option.
Yep.
Use it for what it needs to be used for and move on. No.
A tool.
Yeah.
They're not fit. They're just not allowed to come back for seconds.
Yep. And they don't want that. And they don't need to know about the pregnancy test. If you take that, keep it to yourself. They don't need to know.
It's beyond
Just
seconds.
don't tell the Jedi Order.
Yeah.
Yep. And one of the
Each council, they keep an eye on her. That way, they know how to school with kids.
and in my Force and Destiny game, one of the players is playing a Sarian, and the Sarians, like, their race apparently is like 100 female to every male. So the males have to go back to try to help populate the species to get more males. So like does it Kiadi Mundi has like 5 wives, and so one of the characters went back to the planet to basically do his duty to try to make more males, and then found out that he had a kid from his last attempt at that. So
Use the Force. Take it home.
Yep.
Rory has a kid somewhere. I don't remember what we did with that storyline or not.
I don't know.
I think he's in I think I have a kid that's like in the back studying or something. I can't remember.
The kid is constantly in the background, walking around doing shit on the ship.
Doing chores, reading, playing chess. Dressing up
Constantly
like a
trying to get people to
Mandalorian.
play hollow chess.
He probably keeps Tink busy. Okay.
So we're flying there.
Okay, so it's about a 5-day trip in hyperspace. You guys have plenty of time to discuss your plots and your plans. Is there any plans you guys are making particularly besides don't die? I'm always a fan of that
Don't
plan.
blow up the ship.
I was team let's free the planet, but if our ship's gonna explode, we should probably avoid that.
It's a good idea. I mean,
Unless not freeing the planet is why they try to explode our ship.
That's the problem with prophecy.
Yeah. Or
yeah,
it might just be an X. Which one of us has a vicious X?
that's a what?
A vicious X
Oh, yeah.
has nothing to do with what the storyline it's like or the planet we're on, except that it's a bad coincidence.
Yeah. No. Yeah, we definitely need to watch this gal that we're meeting and figure out what the whole plot is there, what their intent is.
So there's a casualty report that she wants us to investigate, that she's going to try to hide our money from us to try to convince us to look into it before we leave. Do we just want to accidentally find out about it and then offer our services once we've be like, oh, well, we can help you look into that before we leave, but let's settle this payment so this job is done before we start a new?
Sure.
Ooh, I like that.
I can use mind trigger to tell her to make her pay us. So
I was thinking I could trip over her desk and make the paper show.
yeah, that's what mind tricks are for.
That's a different type of mind trick.
You want to give me my money now?
We finish one job before we start another, lady.
Yep. No loose ends.
Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, that way we're planning on staying there longer anyways, but we're not staying there under trickery.
Yeah, well, they're probably trying to trick us into servitude.
I don't think I'd make a good slave.
People force power simply don't make good slaves.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, and I mean, maybe if we end up saving a couple people along the way, as long as our ship doesn't blow up, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Should have taken Dawn with us. I bet she would have been a really good help.
Aw.
Oh, Tim, do you remember the name of my accidental wife?
I
Was her name like
do.
Flower or Baisley or Powder or
It was
If
powder.
you want it to be,
hmm?
he said powder, but I'd say if you want it to be, because it doesn't sound like it doesn't sound like he has your old backstory. So
Yeah.
No, remember on our Thursday night hack and slash? How like when we were on the ship and like I accidentally like adopted a waitress and turned her into my wife?
Yep. And brought her on board for your mission.
Yes. Her name was like Flower or Basil or
That
Yeah.
was a while back.
Charm
It was
Girl.
it was Flower, and you unfortunately never saved the world, and she died in an ice storm.
Oh, no.
That's what she gets for falling in love with a traveler.
And you're worried about people entering into indentured servitude under agreement.
I mean, yeah,
Uh,
I'm pretty sure we accidentally murdered a bunch of kids, so it's not like that was the most morally sound game we were playing. Save the world, murder the kids.
you left them on a
Yeah,
sandbar in
well,
that game. You didn't murder them.
yeah.
We left them on an embankment that was going to be non-existent after high tide. No big deal.
Well, they can swim. They're young. They had good muscles.
Sure.
Some of them probably had cantrips that might have helped or something. Who knows?
Sure.
Because wizards are known for having great athletics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Especially when you steal and burn their books.
they're young.
Oh man, we were evil. We marooned children on an island. We burned books. God.
It was all to save the
Wow.
world.
Save
No
the
one.
world.
No
Sometimes there's
wonder.
sacrifices.
No wonder that game wasn't recorded. That was sheer chaotic evil.
it's like
So,
years ago, one of the groups I played with, we played a Vampire the Masquerade, but we played as the Sabbat.
oh God.
So like one of the things that we did is we drove a semi and set it with explosives to go blow up buildings, and it's like,
You
man,
were
it's so much more fun when you don't care about the rules.
you were the monsters that the
Man.
monsters are afraid of.
Yep.
Exactly.
All
So
right, so we land.
a nice,
Or get closer to
relaxing
our planet.
5-day hyperspace trip as the alarm on the hyperdrive goes whoop whoop, letting you know that it's time to come out of hyperspace. Aurora is in the cockpit. She immediately dials back the hyperdrive, and you guys go back into real space as you see this giant gas giant planet that not only has two sets of rings surrounding it, but about 6 different moons collectively floating around there. And your sensors immediately like ping the comm channels for the active moon. The other four seem to be all desolate, and only one seems to be not quite desolate. You know, like half of it's still rough and gray and brown, but it's got a bit of an atmosphere over the other half of the planet. And all of a
Mhm.
sudden, the ship kind of shudders and shakes, and you get a couple
That's not.
couple little warning buttons off these sensors that let you know that there's some gravitational flux out there.
They told you they were there. Just got to avoid them. It's all easy.
Okay.
So does someone want to do an astrogation check when you look on the sensors to plot a course safely through the gravity fluxes to the planet? Or do you want to
Of course.
communicate with the planet first?
That's up to the captain.
Yeah, let's reach. No, let's. Well,
Aurora's
okay.
being
So
undecided.
whenever we try to just show up, people freak out. But when we say hi, we're here, they freak out differently. So do we know that they're up to shady no good and they're gonna try to trap us. So let's not announce our presence. And if they like call us out on it, we'll just be like, oh yeah, our radio's been wonky. So no reaching out to the planet yet.
With
You're
Right
that
on the score.
saying
cellophane wrapper and sprinkle it in front of the microphone.
so you're saying my ship maintenance sucks? Wow.
Man, you needy girlfriend. Let me lie to our customers. Jeez.
That means I'm not doing my job.
No, it has nothing to do with your job and everything to do with us being on a ship that is cobbled together, and sometimes the technology needs an update to make them talk to each other better. It has nothing to do with your skills.
That means I'm not doing good. But that's okay. Go ahead.
Hey, you're the
We
one
need
that
to get
hired
down to the
prima donna
upgrade.
mechanic.
Okay. One weekend with Timothy Olympians and you're impossible to deal with.
So somebody go ahead and give me an astrogation check.
Ah, oh, really?
And since you made me laugh, I figured I'd use one.
Oh, gee. You got it set?
Yep.
All right. There you go.
As your Rhodian astrogator totally plots you a course, and as you follow this course, there's some shaky shudder of the ship. You notice a couple of the magnetically sealed cargo containers kind of shimmied a few inches to the left or the right. The droids, they're clamped down, but they kind of moan and groan from the shudder as the gravitational fields kind of ebb and pull the ship in different directions at the same time. Go ahead and give the ship 2 system strain.
What?
As you guys are clearly going through with the nice, safe course, it's just a little strenuous on the ship as you hear it do that classic submarine dive deep sound effect where you're hearing the metal fatigue.
Already had one system strain on the ship?
And go ahead and give me your piloting as you come into the planet's atmosphere.
Okie dokie.
Entry hull trauma? What the hell?
That's planetary, correct?
Nope, that's space.
Nope.
Space. Okay.
This is a
Yep.
spaceship.
Well, that's right. Oh, that's right. Planetary is for when I'm driving our vehicles on the planets.
Yeah.
Yep. Or things
All
like
right, ready for me
jetpacks
to
and stuff
spin?
like that. Yep, you are good to go.
Boom.
Your captain makes a beautiful profile from the people on the planet watching this beautiful, unassisted, unrequested landing vector as you are totally mavericking, pulling a Top Gun with the ship coming down in a beautiful entry vector. It looks so pretty from the ground. You are just so pretty.
Ooh, it's almost like it's my job to land things.
So the question is, as you're coming down into the atmosphere, you see a couple different housing areas. You see at least 300 or 400 little homestead-like properties. Little little tiny modular house on a 10-acre spread with different animals and plants growing. You see some mines, you see some mills, you see all different types of things as you're flying low enough over the horizon here to pick out the little furry womp rats that someone's raising as pets out there and some banthas. Where are you heading to land?
We are looking for the city center.
Okay. So somebody give me
Capital.
either a computer's capital on a colony. You're a funny lady. You must come from
They
Coruscant.
have a governor. They should have a capital area.
The actual title is director, but yeah, I got you. Somebody give me either
The
a
colony's governor at a barrack.
go ahead and give me either a computer's roll if you're using the sensors, or perception or vigilance if you're looking out the windshield as Aurora's piloting.
I'm good vigilant.
Okay, difficulty
Yeah,
is set.
vigilance or perception.
I want to make sure the ground stays where it's supposed to be.
That is one heck of a roll.
All right.
Apparently, I feel nauseous from it.
Okay, so you got 6 successes, 2 threats as you take 2 strain as there's glittering light off some windmills or something that hits your eyes and you go, ah, for 2 strain. And what would you like for the big damn triumph?
Can I tell what the result of the successes were first?
So, with the results of the successes, you know that there are 2 likely locations. There's one that looks like a prefab center of town hall type deal. I mean, this place has only been on the map for 10 years. It's not that developed, but there seems to be like a place of government or business in the middle of town. And just offset to that is the actual business grounds. They seem to be doing some deep planet mining, and you can totally see the spiral of a strip mine and lots of people walking to work and the fencing that surrounds the actual corporate business that totally matches the stencils on your packaging. So you have either the business headquarters or the town's headquarters. And you notice that if you go to the town headquarters, you're gonna have to park a few blocks away because there's no places big enough for starships to like land and disembark.
From my vision of seeing the lady who's hiding stuff, was she with the? Could I tell if she was with the business or with the government?
I will totally give you she was with the business. She's in charge. She's
Okay.
the director of the colony, but she stays on the compound.
Okay, let's go there.
You have a tingle with the force as you point your direction to the compound where it's got lots of loading and unloading shuttle marked areas. As Aurora turns the controls, tilts the ship to go that direction. Are you guys going to radio anything yet? Or are you still coming in quiet?
We're coming in quiet.
Okay.
My driving speaks for itself.
So you have 3 options for landing here. There's obviously some, flashing lights to indicate where they have drop-offs and pickups in a large open field set up for loading and unloading vehicles for cargo and things like that. There's close to what looks like the corporate prefab building has spots big enough for personal shuttles and transports. You guys are just small enough to count as one of those if need be. Or you can park outside the fence and walk into the compound.
Or VIP,
I
right?
I kind of think we should park right outside, and then walk to the prefab building. I don't like the idea. Yes, it's a ship, but we won't be in it, so I don't like the idea of our ship being inside of a fence that we possibly can't get to.
Instead, you'll park the ship outside and then walk through the fence to go on the inside.
Which means
Yes.
you get locked inside with no access to the ship outside.
I am much more confident in my breaking out skills than my breaking in skills.
But you're not breaking in if you're already in and the ship's in, and you're right next door to VIP parking at the building. But hey, you're the captain.
But we know that they're going to ask us to stay, which means they're going to try to get us to stay. So I don't want us to be like being housed somewhere where we can't access our ship because it's in their corporate parking lot.
Okay.
Is my thought process.
I ain't carrying the cargo all that way. So they have
Oh
loaders.
no, I ain't carrying the cargo that way either. Don't worry.
Just saying.
Yeah, no, I
Th-
ain't carrying the cargo either. I don't know who you think is carrying the cargo. It ain't us. That P is not there's nothing in here that says load the cargo ourselves.
As you totally say, hey, sorry, we're transport only. There was no disembarking fees. So you park the ship, and a couple folks that seem to be on break kind of run up to the fence and lean off to get a look of the ship landing there, and they're just like, "That's a mighty big ship." As you guys come off your ship, are you doing anything fancy to secure it while you're gone?
Yeah, I pressed my car alarm or whatever I have that's equivalent.
I mean, there
Yeah.
is an attachment for doing just that if you want to put that on your ship.
Yes.
Yeah, I will secure and lock it.
You'll make it so your computer skill is the difficulty for any shipjackers.
Yep. Plus Tink's on there. He'll holler and radio. Need be.
Oh my god, attack droid.
As your pit droid totally gives you the thumbs up and then starts walking back and forth as the ramp's closing like a soldier holding a fake weapon. But for him, it's a
Yes.
wrench.
Yes.
And you guys walk up
I
to the
imagine it fighting like a spider monkey.
You guys walk up to the gate, and immediately there's two basic servitor droids. If you happen to see Skeleton Crew, you know what they look like. Big, giant flashlight eyeball. Slightly armored, but no lethal weapons. They just have, stun batons in their shins. As they immediately say, "Halt, identify yourself, so we may let the director know you're here."
Aurora of the ship Starburn here with a delivery of cargo from Dork. No, god damn it, what is his name? Dirk. Hark.
Hork,
Hork.
Hork,
Hork.
as
With a
the droid,
delivery from Hork.
please present
Myrene.
your manifest.
I'll pull out a copy out of my pocket and hold it up for them to scan.
And you see
But I'm not
his
handing it over.
face twitches as he's obviously scanning your manifest, and then turns off like he's here getting directions from someone and says, "The director will see you. Please go to the central building. It is that one there," and it points at the obvious tallest, biggest building ahead of you guys, and in the center of the compound. "Please proceed directly to the route." And they hit a button and the gate opens up for you. And when it does, a couple of the workers who are obviously not on duty start walking out. Clothes are all dirty and filthy from different types of work.
All right.
They
Okay.
saying hi or what they're doing walking towards us?
Well, they're just wanting to head home. It's been a long day. They look exhausted. I mean, does anyone want to engage them?
I mean, obviously, I assumed we would be like saying hi, like there would be some sort of communication if we were like like walking past people. I mean, the robots talk to us. Why don't the people talk to us?
Okay, one of them totally, gives you, hey, just gives you that hey there gesture. Do me a favor, Aurora, since you're being your charming self, give me a charm roll.
A charm roll.
And believe it or not, you get a blue because you're an off-worlder and you obviously have a ship.
And I'm clean and smell
And you're
good.
clean.
I don't talk to nobody. Might nod to somebody, but that's about it.
As immediately a Bothan, that's obviously tried to wash his face so he's less filthy, kind of like smiles at Aurora and says, if you're all done doing business before the sun sets, a couple of the folks here going to the cantina in town. It's just on yonder that way. And he points back towards the kind of townish part of town that was not homesteads.
Yeah, what you drinking?
Whatever my work chits will end up buying for me. And one of his buddies
Oh,
pats him on the back, and you see this like sparkly metallic glitter come off his clothes as he says, come on, we gotta get back to town. If we don't hurry, we're gonna miss the shuttle." And you see this like hover truck pull up to load up people, and the Bothan totally gives you a nice wave gesture. Another one of the
okay.
gals
So he's
says, "You off-worlders here? You picking up or you dropping off?"
dropping off for right now, but maybe we'll be picking up. Depends on
And
how the conversation goes.
and
How
this
much
this
alcohol is in the
I
car?
I wink. I wink.
this this sweet little gal, she's like a hard 40, as the humans go, looks like she's had a long life, but she's rather pleasant looking, and she just looks at you and says, "So, if you're given any rides off planet, you're gonna have driver's choice here. People pay top credits or corporate chits to get off this planet."
Oh, yeah.
And
We got
just
room.
oh well, what do you say?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, we are we are a traveling bus, so we're always looking for our next job.
And she looks at you and gets like she stops dead in her tracks when you say that, and she gets a little closer to you real quick and reaches in one of her pockets, kind of like digs around for a second looking for something, and on the second pocket she tries in her work overalls, she whips out a little, it looks like almost half the size of a business card, and it's got a name on it and some HoloNet email address. And she kind of like
Ooh.
tries to place it in your
Ooh.
hands subtly. As she's doing that, are you helping or hindering her put that in your hand?
Oh, I am helping.
It's going to give her a blue dice. As she successfully, your compatriots next to you don't even notice as she shakes your hand and says, "It's always good to meet some off-worlders because there's not enough people here on this planet as it is to not know everybody's story after the first year." And when she shakes your hand's a little dirty from the work, but you clearly see this little ID, business card in your hand. It's got obviously what looks like her name and her HoloNet address.
Ooh. I
And
wink at her.
she winks back at you and gestures towards the card, and totally gives you that call me maybe hand gesture.
I kind of like nod at the guys and like, all right, this is this is gonna be an interesting trip, boys.
Mm-hmm.
Don't me like that.
You see my comment in the chat?
And if any one of you two are interested, feel free to give me
Steal my
a
lemon.
perception or a vigilance check.
Okay. I can do vigilance.
Since obviously against somebody else, her palming did not go unnoticed.
Wow.
He foiled you. Or she.
As you know, immediately Castox is trying to notice what's going on here. He's giving them the up and down, and when he does, he shoulder chucks the Bothan that was walking by that was talking to your captain, and the Bothan just curls up one lip and shows off those wolf dog like teeth, and the Bothan growls at you. And there's nothing that you notice, but you do have 3 advantage. So is there anything you'd like to do for that?
Just memorize the people who are growling at me. So if
What's
I
that?
see them later on.
Okay,
Just
you
yep.
trying to commit this guy to memory.
Yep. And are they moving on?
It's probably the one that bombs
So
our ship.
they end up,
Stole his girlfriend.
passing on to hurry up to get to the shuttle bus so they can get a free ride to town and not have to walk a couple miles. You guys walk towards the central building.
Sure.
You
Now
see
that
at
we're
the
attempting to take indentured servants away from the planet. Yeah.
We're not doing it yet.
For as far as they know.
Mm-hmm.
says the
We're
guy
not
who
trying to
was
do
the
it yet.
pirate's
We're gonna do
indentured
that later
servant.
on.
Yeah, but she's already offering it to people, so
So you
I
guys
never
get
offered it
I
to
bet
the
she has a
person.
contract. I bet she has a contract. But hey, whatever. Let's see what goes on.
And she could sign a new contract with us. We're willing to negotiate.
She just you guys missed it. She wanted to know what kind of bed we have in our ship. That's all.
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's what it is. She want to know
Yeah,
what kind of grow
she
house you have on the ship.
yeah, she wants to know what we grow.
Follow the
So
captain on.
you guys get there, and immediately you see these blue-colored CorpSec protocol droids, and immediately they address Captain Aurora, saying, "Captain, the director is excited that you made such excellent time here. You didn't notify her per the instructions you were provided, but she's able to see you at this moment. Please follow the indicator." And they wave, and the 2 doors automatically open up, and it's like the first real high-tech beautiful corporate world material you're seeing on this shithole of a planet. And the floor has these little bippy lights that bip to guide you where you need to go.
Oh, look at that, guys. Even though we didn't announce our presence, we have still managed to make it right when our point of contact is available to meet us. Isn't that coincidental?
And as you turn back to
Pretty
the
awesome.
boys and say that to them, the second protocol droid puts its hand up to stop you and says, "Please be advised, corporate rules do not allow weapons on premises. If you would like, you can please deposit them in the receptacle." And he gestures, and this little box pops up out of the Duracrete for weapons, or you can place them back on your vessel. Would you like me to request a closer place to park your vessel?
I don't have any weapons. We're good.
The only I have is my staff.
That's for walking. That's not for fighting.
Okay. So, as you're about to do that, it's the one thing that these guys are good at. Go ahead, and if
Walking?
you are going to attempt to get weapons past them that have a power supply, like blasters of that sort. Is anyone going to try to take a blaster or a energy-powered melee weapon past them?
I mean, I would have to go back to the ship to pick my pistol back if you want me to.
I'm good.
I'm good.
I don't have any.
As far as you guys know, I never carry a weapon that's not my mouth or my fists.
I have a blaster on my hip and showing, so I will go back and place it back on the ship.
Okay, so your mechanic's going back to the ship to put the blaster away.
Should we play patty cake while we wait? Ooh, can I ask the droids to play patty cake with me while I wait for my mechanic to come back?
Patty cake is not in our repertoire. We are security droids on
What about
protocol
bubblegum,
droid
bubblegum?
chest. No. So as
What
he
about
comes
Red
back,
Robin?
is anyone gonna try to get a weapon past these guys?
I do not have an energy weapon, but I'm taking my staff.
Okay. So you guys go walking past, and there's
Your
no
walking stick.
operating energy weapons, right?
Nope. Not
Nope.
once I take the pistol back.
Okay. So you drop your pistol back up on the ship. Your little guy
Yep.
totally whips out his wrench and gives you the "Who
Man,
goes there" gesture. So you
you're the
guys,
secret knock tape back on board.
Right? Actually, I think he's got a cutter.
he's gonna cut you. So you guys, enter the building, and of course the droids. Obviously, you get weapon scanned. You totally know the shtick for getting weapon scanned. As you guys, head on in, are you following the lights or are you deviating from the path?
Ooh, guys. Do we want to have. Well, okay. Is
The
there
lights.
security cameras?
Give me a perception check. That's a good question. Let's see if you can see them. I mean, any.
Success one advantage.
There are clearly a large amount of security cameras all over this place.
Dang
And
it.
you happen to notice there's also a very large amount of security here in regards to there's repulsor fields. That's that kind of shtick where you saw Anakin and Obi-Wan in the deleted scenes of Revenge of the
Place.
Sith get caught in the force fields. Basically,
Mhm.
something that's meant to keep a bunch of rioting workers from getting into the building.
Gotcha. Well, Castox, I guess we're going to have to wait a little bit until you use the bathroom. But as soon as I find one, I'll let you know so you can go use it.
Okay.
Big
I'll try to
winky
hold it.
face, winky face.
I'll try to make no puddles.
Nice.
Yes, I will keep my eyes open for a bathroom for you. But we will follow the lights for now, and hopefully we'll find a bathroom on our way to our point of contact, Miss Varric.
Okay, and
Okay.
as you get on the lift, as soon as you get on the lift, you get this very mechanical, very automated voice. It's just a little mechanical eyeball looking at you guys as it says,
Mhm.
"Please keep your arms and legs free of the door." And it goes ding, goes up 2 floors to what's obviously the penthouse of this building, and then opens up and it says, "Please follow the line." And basically, the only thing off this lift is this big receptionist area for an office. And it's got a very, very shiny platinum covered protocol droid sitting at the reception desk, obviously trying to look busy as it's clicking its keyboard away.
Is it a boy or a girl?
It's protocol.
Did they have the boob implants or the flat chest?
It looks like
It's a
every
boy.
C3 unit that you've ever seen.
So
Oh,
that
looks
there's
like
the one
C-3PO.
Spaceballs that has boobs and hair.
That's space.
That's the maid droid. Not the receptionist.
It's a different protocol.
Yes.
The maid droid
Totally
is
different
actually
protocols
Rosie
for that
Jetson.
droid.
Okay,
As
so then I'm gonna walk up to the protocol droid. I'm assuming she's going to, or he or she or it is going to look at us as we're walking up. And I'm gonna
droid,
nod on back and be like,
the droid immediately acknowledges you when you get within 3 steps of the little wall desk that's there, and it says, "Welcome. You are expected. Please proceed to the office." And it hits a button, and you see the office door behind it slides open. And this little fountain on the wall starts trickling water down it, making this cool waterfall effect. Obviously, it's only turned on for special guests.
hmm. Uh,
Where's special?
Droid, my colleague needs the facilities. Can you please press whatever button is required so he can find his way to the facilities?
If you need organic facilities, please proceed to go back into the lift down to the second floor is the nearest facilities. I will
All right, you
notify
got
the
that, Cass?
security that you will be heading to the facilities to deal with your organic issues.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Sounds good. Goes to the left.
And just like that, we're splitting the party.
Hey, nobody goes to the bathroom up here.
Organic people, organic
Actually,
matters happening on the third floor.
well, they probably have an executive bathroom that we're not kosher or cool enough to use yet.
Right.
You
I
know,
mean, we get to
the
see the
actual
waterfall, but not use the
director's
potty.
the actual director's bathroom that's, got 15 stalls for one person.
You haven't
See, the
got the
problem is
key.
if this place is filled with droids, my powers don't work on them. So
No, they
But
do not.
I'm like, I'm supposed to be here. No, you're not. Yeah, you're right. Oh, sorry.
the other droid said I could go potty.
Okay. Well, sorry.
Okay, so
I just can't amplify it or I can't just flat out use my force to trick them. I have to do it with skill. So
you have to do it with
So
words.
That's why he's all pissy at droids, because he can't manipulate them. That's
yeah.
why.
Ooh,
Yep.
shade.
It's super valid.
Okay, so
They got his number, and he doesn't like that.
Nope.
Castos, Cox is going to go to the lift and go down one floor to the bathroom.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, and the
Okay.
other two of you are heading into the office where you see this beautiful wood desk as the lights beam up and brighten as you guys come in, as you see this woman with slightly graying hair. It's dark black, but it's got slight gray streaks going through it because this job is killing her. And she totally looks like exactly what you were given as the contact information in regards to
Okay.
looking for Edda, as she
So I can walk in
pleasantly
and
hits a button to turn off her holo display on her desk and whatever she's working on. As she puts both of her hands on her desk and stands to greet you and says, "Ah, would you be Aurora and my farm supplies?"
gonna reach out my hand to shake her hand, say hello, Miss Varick. You've been
She
expecting me?
She gladly
Well,
smiles as she reaches and shakes your hand back and says, "Actually, you're early, which I personally," and she puts her hand on her chest and says, "I personally must thank you for, because our little project here, our little passion play, is definitely in need of the agricultural supplies that you're bringing. We unfortunately had some kind of blight that my technicians say that they've handled, but we need to rebuild the agricultural infrastructure on this planet
well,
if
that's
we don't want
incredibly
to have
important.
to keep importing food for the employees."
Yeah, being hungry is a recipe for disaster. So I'm glad we could help. I was told that you would be responsible for making sure that you paid us our credits.
Correct. I have the discretionary account to pay once we have the cargo unloaded and we verified the manifest and the cargo. And she kind of waves her hand over her desk, obviously in front of a sensor, and a little hologram pops up showing the facilities here and the fact that your ship is parked on this past this dotted line saying outside the fence. I noticed that you didn't follow the communication directions that should have been provided. That's that's no bother. She does that little wrinkle in between the eyes, barely perceptible. If you would like to bring your ship within the compound, we can have our staff begin to unload.
Yeah, sorry. I've been having really my communications has been wonky. My mechanic is amazing, but for some reason I think there's a little glitch in the system that like I'm missing bits and pieces of information occasionally, and I miss important pieces of instruction. So we went into the center of the town first, thinking that that's where you would be, where all the city folk were, but there was no one there. So then you were our second guest here. I apologize for the misunderstanding. We can definitely come closer and have let you guys unload your materials.
And since you're being vague and not too lying, I'll give you a blue dice. But give me a deception check.
That's da deception. Ooh, I'm cunning.
You are.
Uh,
As
Am I?
you are, but apparently not at that moment. So she just looks at you, and even your partner there is totally hearing you kind of like lie. The worst 8-year-old lying to a parent ever. As
Jeez.
even your partner knows that you're lying at this moment.
Me
She
too.
As
knew she the story wasn't viable because you said the ship wasn't working right, and she looked at me and knew better. See? That's like that's what gave up the goat. She's like, yeah, he looks too competent to not have working comms.
Well, I'm gonna raise my eyebrows and be like, "Are you?" And like, is she gonna call me out on it? Is going to be my. I mean, if I'm
she
caught in a lie, I'm just gonna raise my eyebrow and be like, and like tilt my head and raise my eyebrow.
she looks at the little gesture you're making and just scoffs as she waves her hand on the controller on the desk, and she clearly puts her finger where your ship is on the map and waves that finger, and the little blinky dot of your ship follows. And she says, regardless of what incompetent mechanics you have or ship equipment malfunctions, we can only hope that the cargo has not been damaged. And if you would not waste my time and proceed to get your ship and drop it off at this location, and she pokes the hologram, and you clearly see it's the inbound outbound space dock, as we can handle business as quickly as possible.
Would be fantastic. I really don't like it when people waste my time, and I would love to not waste any of yours.
And you just see her have this half smirk on her face, like you are liar, pants on fire, and she totally knows it.
But I also said something important to her to make a point.
You did make a point.
In Aurora, for your character, you have the sense power from what I saw. So if you wanted to, you could try to use that to basically read her mind or get her current thoughts, which might give you extra information.
Ooh, how do I do that?
So you'd roll a. So if this is an important person that Jim feels, then you do a discipline check against their discipline. If not, then you just roll a force dice, and then if you get a light side point, it's okay. If you get a dark side point, then you have to take a strain and flip a destiny point to be able to use it.
I want to do that.
You have
Okay.
sense, yeah.
Yeah.
I have no sense. Are you kidding? Have you met me?
No, the sense power, which depending on what you have for
she's
an
making it
upgrade, you
fun.
can just get surface thoughts, but
Yeah, she has the basic and
emotions.
she has the
Go ahead.
basic for she has emotions and then sense thoughts.
Nice.
Go ahead and give me a discipline roll against her discipline.
You ready for me to roll? Just
Yep.
roll.
Sadly, she's not able to use nobody's fool in the discipline check against the Jedi.
Rolling.
I
As
guess you
as
guys, I showing you guys my 10 pages, let you know my big secret.
Yeah.
Already knew. I mean, already knew had Jedi, some kind of Jedi powers. Didn't know what, but that's okay.
obviously with her discipline of 2 green dice, you've seen her do shit like pull soda cans out of the refrigerator with the Force.
What's looking when I think no one's looking?
And then
Just waves in
everyone's
my
looking as the can is floating into the cockpit.
one's around. It's fine.
You hear the little kids singing, floating can, floats like only a can. So you look at
All
her
these
and
Force users.
you get nothing but stonewall from her emotionally. Her thoughts are very well guarded.
Mm.
As she just looks at you and breaks that handshake and says, and she gestures to the hollow mat where she marked for you to park the car. Once you take your malfunctioning vessel and park it in the facility, we can speak further while it's being unloaded. And
I didn't
may
say
I
my
have
vehicle is malfunctioning, just that my communications are a little wonky. Do not insult my ship in front of my mechanic.
My tongue.
And she just kind of smirks and says, may I have the manifest while you're parking your ship?
Yes, I will give you a copy of the manifest. We also have our own copy to make sure there's no discrepancies.
Oh, excellent. I definitely appreciate redundancy.
Mm. I appreciate transparency.
Ooh, so many issy words. And she lifts
Mhm.
up her comm cuff of her nice business suit and says, Control, please allow our guests to bring their vehicle inside the compound to Bay 4 and proceed to assist them in removing the cargo they designate, as well as to set it up for inspection. And provide them entrance back into the building once this has been done. And you get this binary obviously telling you that there's an AI that's kind of control of most of the drones. You think,
Mm.
at least that's what your
All
mechanic
right.
totally thinks.
All right. All right, Z. Let's move our baby.
And as we get the screen swipe as you guys are getting back in the lift down on the second floor, where Castox is going to use the restroom. He gets down off his lift and he looks around both ways. You notice there's a couple drones moving about, moving things that seem to be completely ignoring you.
Okay.
And there's little office cubicles. It looks almost like a call center, but all the cubicles seem to be empty with little data pads on each desk. And you clearly see on the left and the right side of the lift down there, there are clear signs that say refresher this away. And there's a refresher on each side of the lift, not too far.
Is there any on the desk? Is there anything loose that I could palm or swipe as I go by?
Give me a vigilance or perception check.
Okay.
Now, are you talking like
Is
something
this
more than an office pin?
So like a data pad or like the USB drive things or
Okay.
something like that. Vigilance. Yeah.
You totally
Six
look over
successes.
and you see with 6 successes, there's definitely a couple desks away from the office door. There is a data pad sitting out on the desk.
Okay. Is there are there any droids around here watching besides the ones that are just ignoring me
They're,
going through the hallway?
they're kind of ignoring you milling about, but you did notice with that vigilance check there are security cameras.
Okay.
So are you going
I
to
will
use
try.
a skullduggery or a stealth?
I will skulldug because that
You
sounds
will
funner.
skulldug. Okay, so you're gonna go up
Yep.
there and totally try to just palm the data pad.
Yep.
Does that sound about
And because
right?
that seems like a light side thing to do, I'll use a destiny point. It sounds like something
Oh,
a good person would do.
okay.
100%?
Okay, I've got the
Yeah.
upgrade in there for you.
Two
As
successes.
you go up there and you totally see the data pad and you just kind of whoop, and you are pretty sure you got away with putting that in one of your, pockets or pants or shirt, wherever you have handy, on the way to the on the refresher.
All right.
Your boxes.
Does
Oh,
refresh your space for potty?
yeah.
What a funny.
Yep. And
So if
tap
you
his coffee and uh, I will go. I will keep that. I'll keep it hidden as best I can. Use the refresher, and then go back. Or I'll call the comms to say, hey, I'm finished my business. Where are you guys at now? How'd the meeting go?
and
Head down. That
conveniently
was a quick meeting.
that moment when you step up to the lift, you clearly hear them say that they're heading down shortly.
Mhm.
As you click the little button, and conveniently when the lift comes back down, there are your friends on the lift. The group is back together.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys
Are there any cameras in the uh,
in
turbo
the
lift?
lifted in the turbo lift, there is a little eyeball camera. It's basically a little artificial intelligent lift. It totally got one of those security eyeballs that stick out and go jumbo.
I'm going to be like, successful trip to the restroom?
Yep.
Awesome. We're going to move our beautiful ship so they can unload and hopefully be a little quick here.
Good thing
Okay.
she didn't call it a garbage scow.
Now, if you want, one
Like,
of you can use your deception to have a conversation without the droid catching on if you want.
I was going to wait till we're out away from the
Yeah,
droid.
wait till we're inside our ship.
Okay. So you guys
Oh, I'm.
walk.
Well, actually, I could do it because I get to use force dice for deception checks. So, uh, actually, no, because I was going to show them the tablet and give it to the mechanic to say, hey, what's on here that's worthwhile. So,
yeah, we can
Well, we
wait
can
till
do
the
that when
ship's
we're
out.
inside the
yeah,
ship. Inside
yeah,
the ship.
Yeah.
wait.
Okay, you guys head on out. You walk back the path you came from. The security droids open the gate without saying a word. They watch you get back on your ship. you see a couple of the people having their break and then heading back to the work part of the facility. You guys get back on the ship and have that beautiful, confident feel that you are all alone in a nice, safe place. As
And
your
you
little droid totally whips
that
out
makes
his
me
wrench
nervous.
and says, "What's the password?"
Even a haircut.
What was I, Tink?
Yeah. I don't like this place. There's way too many droids and way too many cameras.
You
Stuff
trying
I
anything
can't
interesting
stuff I
when you
can't mess with.
were refreshing your makeup?
Just this. And I'll toss the data pad over to the mechanic.
All right. I'll take a
Ed totally
gander
goes
at it
clink, clink,
and
clink.
see what I can do with it.
Okay, you want to take a look at that while and stay kind of below decks while I move the ship and watch them unload.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh,
One of us should stay with the one since we're going into their compound now. I would like one of us to stay at the ship at all times.
yeah.
Do not.
I send Tink to go inspect all the cargo boxes and record their condition pre unload.
Make sure there's physical like documentation, like pictures or
That's what I'm
video.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that documentation.
that there's no damages on any of the said containers.
Yes.
Ink is totally
And
going to
then
go
I
there and
will.
do selfies with all the cargo containers.
That's fine. And while you're overseeing their unloading, I will fix the radio.
Yes, and maybe lock the door behind you while you're on the radio.
And I will work on the tablet.
Okay,
Yes, with the
so
door unlocked.
Aurora's going to go ahead and head to the cockpit to slowly bring the vehicle over.
And that's why I learned how to planetary drive.
Well, remember, it's still spaceship because it's spaceship.
Yeah. So it's like land speeders, things like that that are planetary.
Just based off the intent of where it's meant to be flown.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
So
Oh,
think of this as an
fine.
18-wheeler, and Luke's vehicle is a cargo van.
Well, I am
So
driving my spaceship like it's a motorcycle. Excuse me.
God, jeez.
I'll have to find that video where it shows a patrol boat, a PT boat, where it's literally doing a Tokyo drift to land at dock. So it comes
Oh,
in at
nice.
full speed and turns last second and actually
Yeah.
comes to a perfect stop. It's like, you crazy.
Yep.
So go ahead and give me your slicing roll for the data pad.
Ah, and that's mechanics. I mean, computers.
Computers.
Wow, look at you.
You said mechanics, so I'm like, I'm going to flip a dark side point for that.
No, computers. Yes, yeah. Which is what I meant to say. Where's my computers? I can't see.
It's in the
All
seas.
right. Yeah, I know. There it is. Ready?
Yep.
Wow.
Ew.
That was successful.
Okay, so
You did it quickly.
you successfully slice into the data pad. As you clearly see, there's like a little red, slowly throbbing light in the corner.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
totally tripped the corporate security in it. Somewhere in the facility is getting a notification that someone has hacked one of their iPhones because it's an Apple product.
Oopsie.
So you hacked it, and it is one of the bureaucrats that help run this place's data pad. It's got a basic list of the 2 9-hour shifts that work in the facility. There's a current list of accidents report listed there, but there's been something like 461 accidents this year alone. There's a message to corporate saying, please send more employees. And it gives a list of like the 21 most important skill sets that they're needing.
And
Anything
any
particular
of our
besides
skill
that you're
sets
looking
on
for?
there?
In fact, there is definitely the skill sets for a mechanic.
Uh-huh. All right then.
Yeah, like you want to go sell yourself into slavery.
Yeah, no. I've already done that here. I mean,
Wow, you
Is there anything particularly you're looking for on the data pad?
finances,
Now, by finances, whose finances are you talking about?
companies,
Like
overall
the
companies'
facility here?
finances.
The
Yeah.
finances here show that this place is generating 5 times the wealth it takes to run the place. They
Wow.
are extremely profitable here. You know, the only problem is it's difficult getting supplies delivered here, which does cut into the cost plus of running this facility, but it is more than making its money's worth.
Intriguing. Any data available on the boss lady?
With just one success, pretty much that she is a pinnacle of a director in that she is fair to those beneath her and she is truthful and honest to those above her from just the general notes you're reading there. Trust me, I would have loved for you to have 2 advantages so I could say some other things.
I'm sure
But
you
the
would.
problem is
So would I.
you're looking at all these corporate forms and the God, I forgot from the movie what the cover page report was, but that's totally what you're seeing here. Is lots of cover
Yes.
page reports.
Yeah.
TPS reports.
Yeah, the TPS reports. Thank you. It's late. My
All
brain
right.
wasn't thinking of
Got
the word.
enough key data. Obviously now I know why trying to be kept, and yeah, they're making plenty of money, so there's no excuse for payment. So I will
anything about deaths?
yeah, 400 people have been
That's just
injured and or killed,
461.
dude. 61, sorry, yes.
Don't forget those
So
61 people.
so I'm going to break the data pad and throw it into our incinerator.
Yeah. As you chuck it in the reclamation system on the ship, and it's instantly destroyed. The last thing you see is that little red button flashing slowly.
Yep. So don't know what data pad they're talking about.
Hmm.
Never had it. Wasn't us. Didn't you?
And that
So
that little red blinky dot melts too.
Yep.
yeah, I mean it
The whole
destroys
data
the
pad
pad,
is
so
destroyed.
just disappears off their system. Boop.
And
Hey, we're
as you
getting an
were
alert.
doing
Oh wait, where
that,
did it go?
Aurora, give me your pilot space check. Are you
About the
flying fancy or just regular flying, nothing fancy?
Like usual.
yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
gonna not be fancy.
so no showing off flying.
No, I've already pissed off boss lady, who's probably really regretting trying to trick us into staying because she hates me.
happens when you get caught lying to people. You're not supposed to get caught.
I mean, she's probably thinking Plan B. Do I really need these guys' help? God, girl's kind of a bitch.
Or she's thinking this is exactly what I need.
Oh no.
So you have 2 success, 2 advantage, and a big damn triumph. So with those 2 successes, we can easily say that you land beautifully, quickly, and efficiently. What did you want for those 2 advantages and that triumph?
Well, I would like I would like
I mean, you could in fact now have that fancy flying if you wanted it.
I don't know, I don't need fancy flying. I want the rednecks to be impressed with my flying, and for my I want them to be I yeah, I just yeah, I guess I land a little flary, but still casual and professional, but like in a way that's like, oh shit, this person knows what they're talking about, in a way that makes the locals more impressed with us without looking like I'm starting trouble.
As you total you totally excuse me, fly the ship so beautifully, so precision that you can practically hear on the audio speakers the folks watching you whistle at seeing you approach and land that way. The fact that you may have landed outside the gate, but obviously that was no accident, and you were easily able to spin your ship, do this little half turn, and plop right down without any effort whatsoever.
Yes.
The cargo manifest guy whistles as you land because you park right next to him. He doesn't move as you bring the ship down right in front of him.
Yes. His hat doesn't even come off his head.
As the one of the droids walks up and says, "That's some pilot up there." And the manifest,
Woohoo! Even impressive robots.
that guy's like, "You ain't kidding, C9. You ain't kidding. If I had a dozen pilots like that, I'd take over the shipping industry." And as your ramp is slowly coming down with the classic Star Wars steam coming off the disembarking ramp, the manifest guy totally takes his assessor's glasses and puts them on, and you see little lights and cameras light up on it so he can start just taking video checks with the crates. As he looks, and all of a sudden a printout of the manifest copied from the director's desk comes out, and he says, "My, oh my, that's some piloting. Now time to get to work." And just as he basically waits for an invite to step up on your loading ramp, that's where we get the cut to the Star Wars credits. Dun dun da da da
Ah,
dun
da, da, da,
dun
da.
dun 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 dun. We're gonna actually have a two-parter. Look at that.
Yeah. That means both of you jabronis have to actually show up next time. Actually, all three of you, Jim.
Wow.
Look at her guilting me just for the experience there.
I mean,
And
I think I've only missed one actual play session because others have been canceled. So, I mean,
I mean, if you missed it,
Yeah,
did you
please.
even
by
know
our
if it happened?
GM.
Well,
Ho, ho, ho,
suck up
ho,
all
ho.
those.
We'll make a game that's impossible to be skipped. Oh, hey, guess what? I'm not going to make it.
I mean, I think someone's saying that just because she wasn't able to make like a session or two herself. So, I think we can all agree to disagree that we don't miss any games.
And the
And
whole point of this concept is that it's okay if we miss games.
yes. So
It's not
Just
the next.
what's the XP that we get that somebody hasn't spent yet?
So somebody's gonna have to
There's not
spend an additional 15 experience points on top of what she's already
15.
bankrolling.
God damn.
Think of all the skills you have now. And
I mean, next time we know,
Well,
she
from
might not have those 2 greens to her deception.
right?
All of a sudden, she's been lying and practicing and failing horribly. Maybe those 15 will go into her deception, or maybe her force powers will become more sensitive.
Something.
From a
Something.
certain point of view.
Well, I still am not going to use my, just because you guys know they exist doesn't mean you're going to see them all the time.
and from looking at your character, it looks like it was made without the 150 experience kind of like planned. So like all of your stats are twos except for your agility. Uh, so if the uh, uh, building a character, typically you'd raise some of your other stats more. But I don't know
Well,
if Jim wants to.
a lot of her experience went into having multiple careers, as well as having a whole slew of force powers. That's why somebody's got 12 pages of character sheet.
So many. So yeah, I'm supposed to be a pretty strong um force user, and so it's actually a big deal that I'm not using all the things that I have.
It's heartbreaking.
You can't use them all the time. Oh crap!
Well, and that's why I have so many careers now. I had to relearn how to be a human, like be a person without just relying on all my force powers.
Not a lot of force powers. I don't understand that.
Yeah. That's why I have so many, so like oh my goodness. Okay, so you, just changing the subject. I downloaded Discord, but now it won't open.
Oh, we can hear you, so it must be open somewhere.
No, it's on my phone, but no, I downloaded
Oh,
Discord for my computer,
Oh, okay.
and I get this cute little drive that does. Oh, what do I need to mount it? I don't know.
oh,
Oh, yep, that's exactly what I need to do. I have to mount it and then move it into my application folder. Are you fucking? This is
that sounds
Apple, man.
complicated.
Yeah, it's
point. Is it supposed to be easy so I don't have to learn new technology? That is the whole point to having Apple products. Is so
Well,
that
it's
they
easy once you commit to their technology. Then it's easy to continue to use it.
yes, but if you're coming from PC, then it's like a whole new world.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm thinking
I mean, I
that
used
philosophy
Power Mac
works only
once,
with Apples and iPads. I don't think it counts for the computers.
but like it's really cool when my text messages show up on my computer. That is like the coolest.
I mean, I like hate my work phone because I'm an Android PC person, and my work phone, unfortunately, is an Apple, and I hate it.
Yeah, I
See,
would think the one problem with things syncing is when something goes to one of your devices, someone on the other device gets to see whatever's there. Dun dun dun.
I mean that only matters if you share your devices. Like it's my
And,
computer that with my password that can be opened with my watch that I know the pin for my watch.
and I
Same with
assume
my phone.
the boy has his own laptop.
He he actually has his own. He has um desktops,
Uh huh.
and guess what? He's not an admin on them
Ah,
because he's a child.
good job, mom.
Yes.
Rank 4 in solid repairs.
Thank you. I now have Discord on the computer that works.
Awesome. That
There
is
you
awesome.
You are my hero tonight.
Sweet.
Aw.
And we'll be taking good care of the ship. Like I said, solid repairs rank 4, so I get 4 additional hull trauma per rank, or basically a 1 additional hull trauma repair anytime I do repairs on the ship per rank. So 4 automatic 4 point repairs on the ship.
And more
Nice.
importantly,
Yeah.
the comm system will be working now.
The comm system was never broken.
Yes, but that's not what you told people. So yes, I was fixing the comms, and I explained all the stuff I found on the tablet
On
too.
the
So
tablet.
once we get there,
On the
so
data pad.
but yeah, so like I said, being able to heal or repair a base of 4 plus whatever successes on mechanic deck, be doing some mad repair work.
Nice. I will have to
Mhm.
figure out exactly how I'm going to expand on my character.
And we do need, yeah.
So many
And then we do
options.
apparently need to fix the ship because it shows 4 hull trauma and like 3 strain. So
That all should be fixed except for the
well, we
2
took
hull
2
damage.
this time.
We got 2 this time, so that's the only thing that should still be there.
Okay,
Obviously,
I'll
it was a
clear the
little
other then.
off-camera wear and tear. So
What
next
is
time,
input monitoring, and do I want